And that's why I started realizing, like, damn, I'm so loyal to everybody else, but I'm not loyal to God. I'm not riding for him how I should be ride, like the way I ride for everybody else. With me, with that, I get a lot. The minute I start posting about God again, oh, but you was just shaking booty. You was just this.
God did it. But you rose like the flower.
Welcome, Ash. I'm so glad you came out.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh. I've been watching you online for a minute. And I was like, yo, I gotta get this girl on the podcast.
Yo, what's up, you guys?
Tell us who's Ashley. Not MissYoungAsh, but who's Ashley?
Ashley, I'm gonna be honest, is a bright person. Like, I'm gonna speak third person. Ashley is very misunderstood. She's very, very protective of her feelings. She's bright, like I said, very hardworking, and honestly, in all, like, before the MissYoungAsh, Ashley is just a regular person like you. Facts.
You said misunderstood. What do you mean by that?
I don't let people see the real me. Like, even though I'm very open online, I do have a very brick thick wall in front of Ashley where only you can know. Like, if you really know me in real life, you get that version.
All right, so take us back to like how you grew up and why you built that external.
So my upbringing was it was fun. It was fun, but it was also very toxic. Like, I grew up with a lot of uncles. A lot of uncles. I only had like one female figure, which was my aunt, but it was very much overpowered by my uncles. I had like 5 uncles. And they were fun. They were the room. They had all the Gokus, the anime, video games. So I've always wanted to be in there. My aunt would always tell me no. She would have my hair done. My aunt was a hairstylist, so she would make sure I was still on fleek as a baby, but I always wanted to be with the guys. Like, and doing that, I was exposed to a lot, like a lot. A lot of violence. Like, they would fight and then get cool right after. It was a lot. Like, they would teach me things. Like, if a girl came over, and I was young, and I don't think, because they were young as well. Right. They were 16, 17, 18. I was probably like 8, 7, 9, 10. And they didn't realize, like, as a kid, they were exposing me to a lot of things that actually made me make a lot of mistakes as I got older, because I never thought it was something wrong with it. So, for example, growing up, I would see them fight, right? I'm talking about fight, fist fight over the dumbest stuff and get cool again. So, growing up, it made me resort to violence, whereas I would slap a bitch before I get to understand you, and then after we'll talk. Because that's just what I grew up around. And it was a lot. Like, my mom, she was a hardworking woman. So from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., I was in that house. So it was my grandma's house. My grandma, and then my grandma herself was tough. And it's crazy because I had an epiphany yesterday, because right now I'm like tapping into my vulnerable side, because I look at like sadness and stuff like weakness. And I know I shouldn't. And I started realizing, like, it's okay to cry. But I grew up in a household where, and it's crazy because I had this epiphany yesterday where I have an older brother, and we would make fun of like that. Like, oh, cry, baby, cry, baby. So I started realizing, like, damn, maybe that's why I don't cry, because growing up, it was like we would make fun of if you were a cry baby. Oh, you crying? Oh, you a baby cry? Blah, blah, blah. So that, as an adult, made me realize, like, I'm very self-aware. Like, I realized, like, what I go through or what I do was not right, was right. So, and then I have a grandma pastor. So I have yeah.
Grandmother's a pastor?
Yeah, I have, on my mom's side, she's a pastor, a Christian pastor. And then my grandma on my dad's side is just normal. You know what I'm saying? She's Catholic and stuff like that. So I was always in between of things. So growing up, now that I'm an adult, I'm like cleaning up years of mess that I didn't think was mess because it was normal to me, right? So that's why I feel like, for me, having a brick wall on the internet is for my protection, I feel, because I see how the internet switches. Like, they'll love you one minute, or they'll just, oh, I fuck with you. And it's like, do you really? Or do you really just like my content?
Parasocial relationships.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so I always I still stand on that where I feel like you could love me, yeah, but I feel like you only love me because of the content I put out for real. That if I wouldn't have put that out, you wouldn't fuck with me for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning to not be like that because it makes me be for my fans. Like, I love my supporters though.
We didn't grow up the same way, but I feel like New York also plays a part in that.
Yeah.
We're very hard and external on the outside. We're very direct. We're very like, don't sugarcoat stuff.
Yeah, no.
And a lot of people don't take
do that. And it got me looking like a menace to society because I genuinely be saying what I say. Like, I'm not a weird person. And when I say weird, it's like, people intentionally do things to provoke. Everything I say and do really be what I say and do. Like, I don't, and maybe I do got to think a little longer now. That's what I've been learning. Like, think before you talk or see how they would feel. But how do I feel? So that's really what it is for me, where it's like, I don't want to feel away. Because if I don't say what I want to say, I'm going to go home with that and feel this way. So for me, with your question, is like, that wall was built just to protect my vulnerability. And I'm learning to break it down because I realize when I'm in the right rooms or with the right people, I don't have to hide it. But I've been, and that just shows how many wrong rooms I've been in, because it's now at 30 years old, I'm learning to like break it down and not even. It's still definitely always going to be there. I know that for a fact.
age. I've realized that too. Like when you really start looking inwards and you realize like, okay, this is how I grew up. This is how my mother told me the things, but that's not always the correct way.
Exactly.
And times are changing. And then like, we have so much information now that they didn't have back then.
Exactly. And it's to the point where we think this is who we are. Oh, this is who I am. I'm always be that way. No, like, this was what you was taught, what your subconscious picked up, what you saw as a kid and thought was normal, and nobody ever checked you for real. Like, nobody ever held you accountable. So you think like, oh yeah, what I'm doing, it don't matter what people feel, when in reality is a poor character trait. So this year I had like people check me and really hold me accountable, where it's like, okay, you don't like that and I care about you. So because you don't like it and I care about you, I'm willing to change. However, be patient with me because I'm changing in 1 year everything I thought was normal in the past 29 years.
Well, those are good friends. Because
Yeah.
if you have a friend around you for years and years, and they're egging you on and they know that you're doing these self-destructive behaviors, what kind of friend is that?
Exactly. But you know what's crazy? Because sometimes even my parents, I feel like they enable me. Like they don't check me neither. So it's like even right now, right? Like my parents, I got into something and they're just like, oh, that's what you drink for? Like they don't really be hard, like you're disappointing me, you're hurting my feelings. Even though they probably feelings are hurt, they don't know how to vocalize it. So I had to find grace for my parents too, where it's like maybe y'all really don't know. Y'all do feel away, but y'all know how I am. So maybe y'all not gonna tell me because y'all know I'ma talk back and be like, what? Please, I'm 30 now, blah, blah, blah. But I had other people that's the same age and they held me to the same accountability, but they were on some strict shit. Like, if you do this, we can't do this with you, or we can't. And it's like, damn, but okay, I like y'all, so I'm not gonna hurt y'all, and I want to make sure I change. And that's what this new. It just been 3 months. I can't even lie. It's been a year, but it was a year of like still thinking, like rebuttaling, and being defensive about it. These past 3 months was when now is like, all right, Ash, you are like kind of a tweak.
Is that like a conviction from a higher power?
Amen.
Or
Yes. Yes.
it is?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And it's crazy that you say that because I started my church journey 5 years ago. I got baptized 2 years ago, and I never felt that feeling either of conviction because I would feel it, but I would ignore it, right? Because again, we are a product of our environment. So if you feel it, you might not know where it comes from. And me, I'm very into deflecting. Like, I don't like facing my problems. Like, anything that make me feel away, I turn away from it. Don't want to talk about it. I don't care if I did that last night. Don't mention it. And people don't mention it. But these people that I have, they started mentioning it and they got very annoying because it was just being mentioned and mentioned and mentioned. And it's like, all right, I don't want to hear this. And I like y'all and I respect y'all. So I don't want to hear this no more. So I started changing in the way where it's like, where in a way it was more like, okay, no, I have to change for myself because it's getting worse. It wasn't getting better. It was progressing. It was everything I do was becoming more public. So it's like, all right, no, I don't like this. It don't make me feel good.
Now you said it mentioned it become more public. So you being an influencer the way you are, the amount of following you have, what pressures does it come with?
Honestly, now it became pressure because of the accountability. But before, I really didn't care because I really don't post for the people. I post because I genuinely love posting. Like, I love the internet. Like, my parents was very strict. So I always was in a room alone. I couldn't hang out with my friends outside of school. See how y'all be going to McDonald's, chilling with y'all friends. I couldn't do that. My parents, and you could see my school from my window. So it was on that timing. It was a very set schedule. If I got out of school at 3:52, by 4:05 I had to be home. It was, oh, they're coming to the block. Again, it was aggression. It was a lot of aggression where it's like, you're not doing that. It was fear. Like, you're not doing that. And I never did it. So when I became an adult, you can't tell me what to do no more, right? I'm making my own money. I'm finally have friends. I finally could do whatever I want. So it became like I didn't care. I didn't care what the internet said because for me, it was like they already painted me out as a bad guy. So I started playing the character very well because if you already think I'm a fox, why not be a fox and be a sly? Like, you already think that of me. So who am I to change your opinion when I don't even know you? And that's something I had to understand where it's like, nah, Ash, like, who are you for real? And who I am for real, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not grimy. I could be. I've been. But if you really ask me, like, if you really was to put me in a different country or a different place, I wouldn't have been that. It wouldn't have been like, oh, I'm gonna go and scam. I'm gonna be a scammer today, or I'm gonna go and violate this person because they said this to me. No, it's just my character as far as like everything I was around. And I started picking it up when in reality, I watch Hannah Montana. I love SpongeBob. I'm sweet. I love love. I love love enough for the both of us. Like, I'm very caring. So it's like, Ash, you let people misjudge you and you became that. And I did. I did. And it was because, like I said, the internet is a very wishy-washy place. So when I understood that, and I've always had hate. People like always hated my guts for no reason. I'm talking about when I first picked up my camera and they're like, who the fuck this girl thinks she is? She thinks she rapping, she thinks she nice. I just always had hate. So it was like, all right, y'all hating assholes. So I became that, you know what I'm saying? So, but I realized it's not healthy because, again, to be extremist and then to really be that in person. Because one thing people think the internet is fake. It's not fake. It's not. I don't know why people think the internet is fake.
To be everybody was very like curated.
Okay.
When I first started, I started in 2011, so I was doing makeup and stuff like that. But everything had to be perfect. Like nobody showed personality. It was just like show. And then I think like maybe 18, 19, you start to see it
I
change.
started 2012. And from the day one, I used
Like the Cardi B anomaly, who she started like that too, and
Exactly.
and that was a breath of fresh air because nobody was doing that.
Right. See, so for me, because the internet always been so real for me, because it's my real life, people try to like paint me as that. Like, oh no, that's not how really she really act, or is this how she really act? It was so many opinions, and it's like I don't even care what y'all think, cause y'all don't know me, y'all never met me. Yeah, but
It could it. I mean, it's like a catch 22 with that because you don't want the internet to tear you apart and then
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. So what started happening, because I didn't care so much, I just didn't care. So whatever happens, it's like, oh, whatever that happened. Okay, like even for example, when I got indicted for the scamming, right? I just had this epiphany yesterday with the people I was talking to. They like, Ash, you never cared. Like you was at a big standpoint in your life and you still made a bad choice. But I wasn't looking at it like that because it's like y'all see me as a big situation in my life. Whole time I'm hustling. Whole time I'm trying to make a way to meet ends meet, or I'm trying to do this. So yeah, I make it look good because of that brick wall I have. But in reality, there's a lot going on for real. Or y'all really just don't know what's really going on. Because again, I don't let people see that side. Like, so they only see the eruption, right? So nobody ever sees the volcano rumbling. They don't see it coming. They only see the eruption. So with me, it's always been eruptions. So now I've been chilling, but it's only been 3 months, so it's too soon. I gotta stay consistent. You feel me? So
you need the right people around you
yeah,
that's gonna check you and then remind you like what is the big picture.
exactly. At the time, I was very of influence. I still was putting my music out, my motivating songs out. So they understood that. Like, all right, she probably just was with the wrong people or whatever. So I got 5 years probation. So technically, I did a slap in the wrist, but I still had to be very careful. I had to go to probation all the time. But I didn't, I didn't go back to that. That's one thing I promised God. Like, if you take me out, because this was serious. I was facing 11 years. Yeah, it was serious. So, and I didn't snitch. I never snitched. I got snitched on, actually. I never snitched because there was nothing to snitch on. It's not that I didn't know what was going on, but I know what I did and I did it. It was my choice. I took my thing. So, I promised God though. Like I said, I got a pastor grandma. She was not playing about me. And I made that promise to God and I never scammed again. Like, if anything, I'll be scamming the scammers. Like, when they be trying to hit me up for the promo, oh yeah, I'll be taking their money. Right, be taking me out of retirement a little bit, but I never did no scams after that.
This is why I brought you on, because like for a while I was in like this Christian box.
Okay.
But I realized like God, like I didn't grow up in the streets, but I had a lot of street niggas. I had a lot of drug dealers that I used to deal with. Mission is to get the people from the streets and bring them closer to God. But I get a lot of crucifixion from that, from the Christian community. Like, oh, that's demonic. You can't do that. It's a slippery slope. And I sat here and questioned. I talked to my mentor and he started laughing. He was like, why do you care?
You see?
But I'm like, I get DMs every day. Like, oh, you listening to that? Oh, you doing that? What? How you doing 2 podcasts? And it's like, bro, if we just sitting in a church, what are we doing?
Exactly. Right? So with me with that, I get a lot. The minute I start posting about God again, oh, but you was just shaking booty. You was just this. That's what demonic is to me. Because do you go to church? Like, you over here pointing fingers. Do you even know who God is? Do you even look into it? I'm going to be honest. I've always been 1 foot in and 1 foot out, very lukewarm, and God spits people out like that. He don't play about it. However, God knows your heart, right? And this is not an excuse. Oh, God knows my heart. He knows how I am. He made me like this. No. When I say God knows your heart, it's like Peter. It's like his disciples. He knew what's up. However, he knew it was going to be a bigger story. God knows I have a big story to tell, and I'm going to bring everybody to God. Let me tell y'all something. I wouldn't be who I am without my living God, Jesus Christ. I am very full Christian. Yes, my actions don't represent it. And that's why I started realizing, like, damn, I'm so loyal to everybody else, but I'm not loyal to God. I'm not riding for him how I should be like the way I ride for everybody else. And one thing I could honestly say, being a good person is not hard. It's the best thing and it's safe. And when you sit here and bring people to Christ, and when I say bring people to Christ, it don't matter what religion you in, right? it just learn about Jesus Christ. Because when you learn about him, you're going to want to be like him because it's a mentor. It's like me. A lot of people see me, oh my God, I want to be like her. Or no, I don't want to be like her. I don't want to be her. She be wild and she be this. Y'all don't want to be like me. So when y'all learn about Jesus' story, you learn like, damn, I want that. I want those powers. I want to learn how to just turn the other cheek. I want to heal the person that came here to freaking crucify me and still love them with love. And having my walls so up made me not see that because, no, I don't fuck with nobody. I don't this, I don't that. That's what the enemy wants. He wants to separate us. He wants people to judge you and be like, oh, look what she did. Don't be like her. She believes in Christ and look what she's doing. But in realness, like, and in reality, how could we help anybody if we think we're above them? Or how could we, oh yeah, we're not gonna do that because, oh, I'm haughty. Like, I'm not gonna look at that. I'm too good for that. But when your kid comes out like that and you don't know what to do, well, you're gonna turn your back to, and you probably might. But that'll make you a good person. Just because you're so self-righteous and so, oh, I had a friend like that, and I recently just cut her off because to me, she gave off very self-righteous. Oh, I'm self-righteous. Like, I could tell she looked down on me. I could tell. Like, I could hear her thoughts from here, and I don't even be around her no more. And it's like, you think you're a good person because you want to protect yourself, but what if I needed you? Or like, what if your growth or you teaching me something would have helped me understand sooner? So being too self-righteous is cool and all, but when you're judging or like looking down upon, you're no better than the person scamming.
Did you forget where you came from? Is my question. Like,
They did because they don't want that, right? They don't like me. I know I had my childhood was great. I'm not gonna make it seem like I had a rough childhood. No, I had a great childhood. However, I'm not gonna turn my back on it because I don't like it what I went through. No, I'm not gonna. Oh, I don't like that my mom is this, so I'm not. I'm gonna just ignore them forever and ignore everybody that act like her. No, because whatever you ignore, you attract even more.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you think you're righteous, whole time you really attracting so much worse things to yourself because you're running away from the griminess or you're running away from the ill. And in reality, it's like you could help. You could be a help. It's like even me myself. Like this year, I'm like, damn, I got bad PR. I got bad like name out there. You Google me, everything is negative. I want to start doing good. I've been bad too long. Everything is negative. No, I want to give back. This was my first year giving backs. I did many give backs, and it gave me a different fuzzy feeling inside that I never felt before. And I like how it feels. So I'm going to continue to do it. However, I'm not going to do it and be like, oh no, I don't hang out with people like that because I am people like that. Your people like that. Your people is like that. So I always feel like even though, yes, we should turn away. God, just because you're around evil don't make you evil. God sat with sinners and he never sinned. He remained and he still stood loyal. So real. Look, just the other day, right now I'm not smoking because of my wisdom teeth. So my best friend, he's like, Ash, you're not smoking ever, I'ma quit. That gave me like a little epiphany, like, damn, people. Exactly. If people see I'm not smoking much, they're not going to smoke much. If they see I'm smoking, they're going to smoke. So no matter what it is, yes, I understand because it's scary. Hood people is scary as fuck. Like we're freaking dynamites. Like we're liabilities, right? Like
Crash outs.
crash outs, right? So you don't know what to expect with a person. However, I get it. It's safe. But if you could help or you have an influence to influence, you don't got to let nobody in your house. You don't got to give them your clothes on your back. However, if you could still be there, be there. Like you don't got to turn your back because a person is a horrible person. Like what? It's not like that.
Brought you on because I see something in you as far as Christ. I don't just bring on anybody.
And I appreciate that.
And when I saw you make a couple of posts about God and stuff like that, I said, okay, yeah, I'm having, and I prayed about it. And I said, okay, bring Ash, and God was like, yeah, this is your chance to really show what you're about and how you're bringing the streets to Christ. And you can stay in the streets, but I'm still going to try to plant that seed that
Amen. That's a fact.
God's going to let it flourish.
Exactly.
Over time, you will have those convictions and you will see like, okay, now this is bothering me. That's not part of me no more.
Right.
And that's how everybody that came to Christ and that really are following Christ had those convictions.
Yeah, no. So, for example, my last record that I released was called Turn Me On, right? I recorded that record probably back in 2018, like probably June, right? I got baptized in August. They released the song in September. So I just got baptized. This song is super explicit. And I'm like, damn, this is bad. I felt it, right? But sometimes we feel it and just ignore it. And oh no, it's okay. I gotta release this. Music comes first, right? That's where we put in music over God. And I remember when the song dropped, I'm like, damn, this is bad. It's too explicit. And I kept promoting it. And I kept promoting it. I kept promoting it. And probably like 3 months later, the whole company failed. I thought about it at first. Like at first, I was upset. Like, damn, I can't put music out. I can't do this. I can't do that. But seeing how this year went, I'm glad I wasn't able to put music out because I had to do the inside work. And that only came through God. Like literally, like obviously the people around me, finally, I got good people around me. But again, once God says no is no. And it's been no since. And now is actually like opening up a little more. But why? Because I did the inside work. I changed. I'm starting to look, I got back to church. So now I'm back. This is my third week. Yesterday and I got to eat the bread and the communion. And I got my baptism. And it's crazy because even yesterday they repeated it. Like, oh, if you don't have your, and I felt like it was for me. Like they probably think I don't got my baptism. Oh yeah, I got baptized and I got my certificate. So it's just like I would have never went back to church if I was getting my way. If I was able to put music out and I was out here. If I would have made it, I would have definitely violated. I would have put money on bitches' heads. I would have been doing finessing. I would have felt like a god, respectfully. Like I remember I made a song one time and I'm like, damn, I listen to these records now and be like, yo, like I was wilding. Like
When did you start music?
I started music in 2012. 2012.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Okay.
And this I was very into like freaking Third Eye, crystals. That was around that era, right? Super into all that. But I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
I was not aware. Like I was super freestyling. It was very negative. It was very negative. Like I never even prayed. I remember around that time. Like even though I had a Christian grandmother, what people don't understand, like they try to force it on you. Oh, you gotta come to church, or you gotta this, and then, or again, when you're a kid and you have a Christian grandmother, and you see your grandmother wilding, it's like, girl, please, you're a Christian and you're doing that, I could do that too. So you don't realize how much communication matters. Because if somebody would have told me without arguing or trying to tell me, instead of talking to me and not at me, it would have went a whole different way. But a lot of people like to talk at you rather than talking to you. And don't talk at me because I do not hear you.
It puts up our defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I already have a defense. So talking at me just definitely makes me not listen at all. I don't care what you say. I don't even listen. Like I could be looking at you and it's just like I'm not even gonna look at you. Bye. Like I don't even do that. So that's why now with the grace I've had and the people I have, it's hard for them to believe in me, obviously, because I've been wilding for so long. But I tell them, like, bro, I'm grimy as fuck. If I don't want to hear that, I'm going to tell you to shut the hell up. Like, I'm not going to sit in your face and, okay.
Talking about the people that you know.
Yeah, that was there for me. Yeah, like, cause they recently, like, they feel like that. Like, Ash, it's too much. So we don't know if you really are changing. And it's like, how dare you? Because if I wasn't changing, I would have told you what I told you. Know I'm not scared of telling you what I feel. Like, I'm going to tell you to go to hell. I'm going to violate. So if I'm eating it, this is growth. This is growth. I would never eat no shit like that. Like, and this year it's been that. Like this whole year, I just felt like I was eating shit all day. But the shit, it was good. Yeah, it was good. So I understand.
Everything in your past, the music, the whatever you went through, it's all to prepare you for what's coming.
Exactly.
And God, you said God, if you was rich, you would put stuff on a chick's head. But that's why God held it away from you, because he wants you in a certain place, have all the lessons that you need. And then when he gives you what you're looking for, or the fame or whatever it is, then you know how to handle it.
Exactly. I definitely feel like with what I've experienced this year, I'm glad I'm back in church. It's so beautiful. Like I'm telling y'all, it's so peaceful. God is amazing. Like, and now that I've been vulnerable, I could feel it more. Cause I'm not like that. I be seeing people crying in the church and I'm like, yeah, what the hell? I don't know. I pray you go get better. And it's like even yesterday, I hugged this lady and you feel it. Like you feel the Holy Spirit. Like I hugged her and I was like, my eyes watered up. I said, Ash, no. They're going to think you wearing all black right now. They're going to think you're struggling. I just don't like that. I don't like people feeling pity and it's not pity, right? Because it's just love. But
I think, like I said, because we had to grow up hard, my mentor told me to talk about my sickness and Elijah and stuff. I'm like, I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. Mm-hmm. And he was like, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. They want to know this stuff. And I'm like, but that's that external, not vulnerable kind of exterior. And it does come from my family, but I think the way we grew up,
it's definitely that, like just New York City, especially the Bronx. It's not that it's a horrible place, because it's not. It's people just like you. It's the same, because y'all cosplay us all day, right? Cosplay us like, but when it gets too real, now it's frowned upon, or now it's ghetto, is this. But y'all love the hush shit. Y'all love it. However, we're just very much authentically ourselves. People cut ass, they make fun, they this, they that, and it's like, okay, you a cry baby. Like all this was a thing. Yeah. So you just realize like when you around the right people, you will be vulnerable. So when you feel tough and you feel like you gotta have that wall up, that means you're not around the right people. Right. From experience. Yes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So overall, what does God mean to you?
God to me means life. Like God to me means life, right? Like as long as I got God in my life, I'm living. Like I'm alive. And it's not about second chances, third chances, because God is definitely a forgivable God, but he also really don't play about nothing. Like one thing about him, as long as you're genuinely vulnerable, he will give you your chances. If you know better and do wrong, oh, he's on your heels. But God to me is definitely like a breath of fresh air. Like is a breath of fresh air. It's peace. It's trust. Like having God in your life is no stress. Cause I seen a video of that too. And it was like stress means you don't have God in your life because you feel like you're not in control. But when you have God and somebody promising you things, and it's real, you don't have to hear him. Like you feel it. It's a feeling. Believe it or not, God, he don't speak to you. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of either your stomach nodding up or it's a feeling of, okay, this is awesome and this just feels beautiful. So God to me is literally life. As long as I have him in my life, I know I'm doing the right thing. As long as I know I'm home at a certain time, I read my Bible, because it's also all that take a play. Like you have to read your Bible. And people think like, oh, I'm not reading that, is man-made. You're a man. So if it's man-made, your story matters. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's like if I write a book, a Bible, a verse, and y'all tell me, oh, it don't matter, Ashley wrote it. What? You better read it because I went through this. Right. If somebody saw a burning bush and somebody saw this, a man get raised from the dead, you don't think they're going to write about it? So I feel like people, y'all try so hard not to believe, but not believing is so much worse than believing. It's so much worse. Like not believing in nothing and believing that you are the reason you wake up in the morning. I hope you believe that too when you in that deathbed and you're the where you going when you die. Like and people don't see that. Like okay, yeah, you going you dead. If you feel when you die it just becomes black whether heaven or hell exists or not, then you really don't matter for real. Cuz why would you think when you die your soul energy doesn't die, right?
Right, it's
And
transferred.
it transfers. We're energy. So if you really truly believe and you believe that, you believe that,
I'm glad you said that because I ain't never heard somebody say that.
it transfers. You can't kill energy. So if you truly believe when you die it's just gonna be black, your life alone might suck right now alive. Cause having that belief system while you alive brings that same darkness in you already. It don't even matter. Like you don't gotta wait to die to see the black and nothing. You already feel nothing. So, cause you don't believe in nothing. So believing in something gives me hope. Where like it gives me hope. Cause if I didn't believe in nothing, I probably would have been died. I wouldn't have believed. I don't want to be here. What am I?
How many times that God saved you and we don't even know?
Exactly. Like if I felt that way, I need somebody to ask for stuff. And if it's the sky and I look up at God and think about it. God ain't down here. You're not gonna look down and keep your head down to pray to him. Like you look up, you pray to God, you keep your head high. So the higher power is to keep you high. You feel me? It's to keep you elevated. So not believing in nothing, you're just not believing in nothing. That's a hard way to
You
live.
said look up to God, right?
Mm-hmm.
We bring our food to our head, right? So our body submits to our higher power, and our higher power is up there. So
See?
when people don't put those two together, I don't understand. Oh, I pray to the universe, but who made the universe?
Exactly. And if you are praying to the universe, that's still God. God made the universe. So
Right.
that's why sometimes too when people say that, because I remember being young around 17 and looking up at the stars and oh look at the star. Like every time I see the moon, I get a breath of fresh air. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. Whenever I walk outside in the dark and I see the moon, okay, God watching. That's his eye. So even if you pray to the universe, that's still God.
Yeah.
And he knows that. So but when you say it, oh, I'm praying to the universe, it's like you so want to be an unbeliever so bad, but you praying to a freaking dark sky, or to all right, you praying to the water reflecting the light. Okay, like what are you like? So God knows what you mean, right? He knows what you mean. Like you pray to the universe, I made the universe. Because if I was God and somebody said I'm praying to the universe, I made the universe. That's fine. Like good, you praying to me, it's me. But there's the other people that want that feel like, oh no, like you gotta say I did this for you. You know what I'm saying? So you saying you praying to the universe, I still commend you for praying. Good job. You feel me? Like you're praying. That matters because I came from a time where I never prayed.
Yeah.
I don't even say a word. Like it's sometimes too like I'll be tired and I'll be like, oh no, let me say my prayer. I'm bugging. Like, no, God, thank you. I got a voice. I can say.
Yeah, you didn't say I'm tired today, waking you up.
Exactly. So my point is with that, you guys, like, yeah, you could not believe, but not believing is like you're not believing in yourself either. Cause you don't believe. That's in your fucking algorithm. Like, sorry for cursing. Like, that's in your algorithm. I've never not believed. It's all magic. Like, so it's to the point where not believing puts that in your frequency, and that's probably you could have everything in life, but not believing, you're not gonna be happy. I don't care who says what. You could have the job, you could have the wife, you could have the kids. If you don't believe in something, you're always gonna have a dark pit in your soul because there's nothing there. You don't believe in nothing. So you gotta be very careful with the words you choose or the words you speak, because not believing in nothing means you don't believe in yourself, in your dreams, you don't believe in your kids, you don't believe in life, you don't believe that you don't believe. Because you saying that I've never in my life said I don't believe in something. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Like, no, that's not even a conversation I even.
And if something So we see these reels, your wins, your journey online, but what are some things that you're still overcoming now? Besides the stuff that you talk.
Honestly, I feel like now besides like the music stuff, like just real life, I'm overcoming like my struggles, like basically being an outcast or being left out of things. I'm realizing you're never really left out. You're not an outcast. Like I'm overcoming the version of myself that been toxic. So it's a whole new journey for me now, because that's another thing, right? People think 30 is old. I can't believe people think that. But since I turned 30, I've had people, you're 30, you gotta have urgency, you gotta be careful, you gotta this, you gotta that. Oh, you're 30, you still fighting, you still this. First of all, 15 years ago, I was 15, right? Let's talk facts. 15 years ago, I was 15. When I was 15, I had a mind of an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old. My brain is not developed. I was 8. The hell I knew at 8 years old, 7 years old, 6 years old, right? So that's at 15. Now, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I'm 20, right? So 20, I technically got 3 years of real consciousness, because at 17, 18 is when you start becoming an adult, right? But remember, at 17, 18, you was just 9, 10 years ago. You was just 14, 5 years ago. You don't really have the capacity to understand anything, especially if your parents ain't teaching you it. Yeah. Feel me? At 30, I feel like I got good consciousness now. 15 years ago, I was 15, okay? Now 16, 17, 18. I was 20 for 10 years, 20, 21, 22, 10 years. So I got good consciousness now of experience of life. So now I'm overcoming everything that I thought was normal at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to understand like, no, now I'm fully developed at 30. So at 30, maybe even 20, not even 25, 10 years ago, you was 15. And then 4 years before that, you was 12.
I think 30 is like...
30 is when you actually have real consciousness. You experienced life 10 years. You went to college. You was dropout. You went this. You had a job. You got to meet people. You got to socialize. Your parents ain't telling you what to do. Nobody telling you what to do. So at 30 is when you really unlock your real consciousness. That's when you realize, like, okay, let me make sure, like, now I know what I'm doing. I know right from wrong, because all my life I've been sheltered. So the only business I know is my little world. And my world is so small. Your world, everybody's world is so small. We really make things bigger than what it is. This world is so little. Our world is so little. We're so little. We're not bigger than the program. It's not big. What they like to say, oh, is the big one. You're the little one. Every one of y'all is the little one. Literally, like, it's a big one, never the little one. You're so little. Your life is so little. All our lives is so little.
Don't tell Big Purr that, though.
Yeah, I don't even know who the hell that is. No.
Okay.
See? Little Big Pearl. See? So it's like, this world is so little. What makes it big is Martin Luther King's, the Malcolm X's, Jesus, Satan. Not to leave him out, right? Give you a little props. Satan, the angels, Martha Stewart.
Right.
You understand? Freaking, like, it's not about being a celebrity. It's not about that. It's about making an impact. It's about making an impact. It's about risking your life. Look at all these people I just mentioned. I'm Martha Stewart and shit like that. But like they got fucking killed. They got killed because they were making such an impact. Yeah. So we don't want to take that risk, right? I've always said this. I don't want to speak what I know I should speak on because I still live where I live at. Now I get killed. Oh, why was she in the hood? Oh, she died because now I'm a conspiracy. No, I don't want to go out as a conspiracy. So I learned legacy, exactly. Martin Luther King was in a conspiracy. Michael Jackson was in a conspiracy. We know what was going on. You started exposing things, you started changing the narrative, and you got killed for that. So people are afraid of that, right? People are afraid of dying. People are afraid of getting killed or being in a freaking conspiracy. So they hold back. They watch what they say because they don't want to rub the wrong people off. So that to me is impact. That to me is legacy, fame. That's what I wanna do. I wanna create a different element Whereas like me being toxic, that's what I want to overcome. Like me being toxic and being negative, that shit don't do shit for me but do horrible stuff. Since these past 3 months I've been doing the right thing, it feels safe. And not only do it feel safe, I'm attracting the right rooms because God, we all have a purpose. God know what he made you here for. He didn't make you to have 6 fucking kids and just take care of your little family. He did not do that. You have to, and that's what, another thing. People think, oh yeah, I just want to make sure my family good. Your little ass family. What the hell do 72 people got to do with the billions of people in this world that's really going through something? So, for me, it's literally that. Like, I want to walk in my purpose. I want God and I want to listen now. Like, I'm ready to listen.
Do you know what your purpose is?
Honestly, no. I don't think nobody does.
You don't think nobody knows
I
their
don't think
purpose?
nobody know their real purpose. Like, unless you're a doctor. Like you know your purpose is to save lives. Unless you like a priest, your purpose is to bring, my purpose is to bring people to Christ. That's people's purpose. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's your purpose. Your purpose is to bring people to God and to wake, because I'm telling you, it feels good. I like to try things. I'm telling you, I did the no God thing this year, not going to church. I still kept him close though. I never abandoned him. But I did when I never had him close. I know what I felt like around the time. It was terrifying. Always have anxiety. You think you got anxiety, your heart beating. It's not because you're stressing, you're not going to work. It's because God is not there. It's a fact. Because you could be stressed and all this, but when God is in the room, no, I'll get there when I get there. Like, I'm okay. Y'all wait. Like, God gives you this different type of, where you say that, like control. Like, he gives you such a different, like, it's like me. People think, oh, you think you got all the time in the world. No, I got God time. And God made the whole universe in 7 days. Fuck is you talking about? Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. So for me, it's like in 7 days, if God got to make the heavens and the earth and the animals, I can make things happen in 7 days, buddy. Get the hell out of my face.
Oh man, that's so true though. Where do you feel like God is leading you?
He's leading me. And now he's leading me to my greatness, finally. Because I'm ready, right? And when I say he's leading me to my greatness, it's like he finally trusts me now. He trusts me to lead the people. He trusts me to be a better influence. But again, it's too soon to speak. I have to stay consistent. So I don't want to speak too much about it because I don't want to give all his plans out. But I definitely know he's leading me to be a leader. Like, to be a mogul, I already have foundation. And now it's like, he's leading me to be an icon. Like, something so big for the English and Spanish community, because I'm both. And not only that, I look Trini.
You're Trini too?
No, I'm Dominican.
I thought you were Trini too.
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm fully Dominican.
You look Trini.
I know. That's why I say, people tell me that I look so different. So it's like, I realized he made me so distinct so I can attract everybody. And I really have a story. I really was the ghetto little girl, but I also was the nerd in school. But then I also wore uniform. So I can't speak with no experience. So I felt like a lot of my poor choices gave me the experience that I needed. However, I needed that.
Yeah.
Because
It's gonna help you grow.
I remember being young and I can't relate to no Meek Mill. I can't relate to that struggle shit. I ain't never struggled before. I used to talk like that until I started struggling, until I started going through it. Now it's like, nah. And look, even now I got to feed the homeless. I got to do this, and it's like, damn, like we really take life for granted. Like, we over here, it's like, look too, people giving out turkeys, but where they gonna cook it at?
I saw you doing that and I was like, damn, I want to do that.
It was beautiful.
Right. So what's a piece of advice somebody gave you that you sticks with you all through life, and what can you give somebody else?
The first one is from my dad. My dad always used to tell me I'm gonna have all the time in the world, believe it or not. My dad from young, he told me, and lying to me is lying to yourself. Cause you're not lying to me. Like, he used to always tell me that. So the two ones that always stick to me is I always have all the time in the world, and lying to me doesn't hurt me. It only hurts yourself because I don't care. That's what he used to tell me. You lying to me, I don't care, because it's not hurting me. It's hurting yourself. And those two stuck with me because, number one, it gave me faith. It gave me hope. Because if I was somebody that felt, it's like, look, I was having this conversation where it's like, they tell me, oh, it's a sense of urgency. And I told them straight up, I said, do y'all know if I felt what y'all wanted me to feel, I would want to die? Because if y'all telling me at 30 is now or never, I might as never do this thing.
I know, we heard that all our life, but we out past 30 now. But like when I got to 30, I was like, what's different?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's sickening. And I'm never gonna be one of them people that believe in that because I can't believe in that. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's not something I want to believe in because it will bring me trauma. It would bring me I would hate life. Dead ass. If I felt like, oh, at 30 is over, I gotta do this. No. One advice I could give you guys, like truthfully speaking, be who you really want to be in life. And when I say that, it's like I speak for everybody. The hood guys that want to be a nerd, for the nerds that want to be a hood guy. Be who you want to be because eventually you're going to start doing it. And it's either going to spiral or you're going to do it willingly. So when I say be who you want to be,
how does that play into your confidence?
It's the best because honestly, look, if you want to try, it's like if you want to be a pilot. Nobody gonna, why you want to be a pilot? Please go and do this. You know what movie y'all gotta watch? Zootopia. Zootopia. It's a child movie.
No, I didn't see it, but
it's a child movie. I seen part 1 and part 2 this week because my baby, my sis, she wanted to see part 2. So I'm like, let's see part 1 so we can remember it. Go watch Zootopia. That movie and that director, I need to look who's the director. I realized all his films are like that. Like, it's about believing. It's about, yo, you could do this. You could be what you want to be. And he makes it just like look, the Zootopia, she was a bunny and she wanted to be a cop. Oh no, go be a carrot farm. That's what bunnies do. And she was the first bunny to be a cop. Yeah. And she got bullied and everything. And she still did it. She worked harder than everybody. And it's crazy how I could relate to this kid film because we go through that. And see, I'm more self-aware, so I'm not looking at it like a kid's film. Everything I watch, and everything you watch is a message. Just know life is not la 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 and la loopsies and shit. No, like everything you attract is a stigma of your frequency. So anything you see, when you live life like that, you're going to start being more self-aware. Become self-aware. Practice mindfulness. Learn to be stoic. Learn to understand that life is not what people is telling you. Because people don't know shit.
Now I'm saying nobody knows nothing.
People don't know shit. Who really knows is God. And the only way God will speak through you is by being a vessel. When you trust him and you allow him to lead, he's walking in you. He's walking for you. You don't got to do nothing but follow. That's why I say is follow Christ. So my main advice is a couple of them. Is number 1, be who you want to be. Number 2, go watch Zootopia. That's a real. It's great. Watch both of them. Even the second part, you see how people judge you. Like the second part was about a snake and the reptiles. Nobody trusts snakes. You're a snake, and the whole time the snake was the good guy. So understand, like, don't judge a book by its cover. And if you do, remember you getting judged right back. Like, if you're gonna judge anything, let God do it. Like, don't sit here and, oh, you're a horrible person, because you gotta give people room to grow. Give people grace. You don't gotta bring a homeless man to your fucking house. However, you don't give money to the homeless man because you think he on drugs. You don't do that. That's weird. You're judging. So just learn, everybody got struggles. So do you.
What is one question I should ask the next guest?
Let me think. Let me ask God. One question you can ask the next guest. Let me think. I think like 3 minutes. The next question you can ask the next guest is, what impact have you made? For real. Right? What impact have you made? It's like, for example, too, why I say that is like, I remember I used to tell my little sister, and I'm this little sister, I had now she older, but my other little sister, I remember anytime I disappointed her, I used to look her dead in her face like, if I disappointed you and I'm your sister, just know strangers will disappoint you too. So even if I was disappointing to her, at least she knows now, like, all right, well, people disappoint me rather than just thinking like, oh yeah, everybody's great, everybody's this. So ask them that, like, what impact do you really make? Okay, you make money, okay, you successful, but who did you really impact? Did you hold that door? Did you smile at that person that you don't know? Did you give a person a blankie? I remember one time I went to pick up my friend at the airport, and there was a guy walking. He's like, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I had my fur jacket on. He's like, I'm so cold. I had an extra blankie in the car because I always carry a car blankie. And I gave it to him. And it was a really fucking good blanket. Like, I really be having like the little $40 Target blankets. And I gave it to him. And I know that night he slept good. Impact. Impact don't gotta be life changing, but what impact do you do? And every day you should be making an impact. Every day, every second, like everybody you meet.
Service. What is your service to people?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every time you meet somebody, like, do you leave a good taste in their mouth? It's like, look, for example, yesterday, people look at me like I'm the crash out now, right? Oh, she's wild and she's this. And yesterday we go somewhere. I could tell he was provoking us, the guy. Like, he had a little power. He was like, I think it was like one of the securities or whatever. And you could tell what he says matter. So they were trying to separate us, and my friend, she was not having it. Like, it was her sister. They were trying to get the sister in one room and us in the next. The sister was not having that. She's like, what? No. So immediately he's like, right, I'm not saying nothing, like, blah, blah, blah. And I just looked at him, and I know he knew me. He knows me. Cause he even asked, like, oh, what's up with the music? I know you know what's going on. But it's triggering. I know he was provoking us. And we didn't pay him dust. And while we partying, I gave him shots. I'm like, here, you want? Because we was right by the DJ booth. He was there. I'm like, here, you want some? And I know that left an impact in him because I know he thought we was going to violate him. And we would have, but we changing. We all doing it. We all working on it because we all crash outs. Like, my friends are crash outs. So, and we successful. Like, we're successful crash outs. It's crazy. But it's like, we need to change that. We got to change that narrative for our circle because we wildin'. So seeing us do that yesterday and feeling that, and I see him looking the whole time, looking. And I'm like, you see? I know I can't wait till he go home and talk to whoever he got to talk about it and be like, yeah, wow, Ashley's a great person. She gave me shots. Even though they count you out, we been lost count. Like, they try to count me out, bitch, I been lost count. Like, what? I don't care. Count all you want. Count to 1,000,000 if you can for me. But respectfully, just know we all misunderstood some way, somehow to somebody. We all are somebody to a nobody, and we all a nobody to somebody. So it don't make us much different, feel me, from nobody. We still all do the same thing. Thanks.
Amazing.
I'm
Any
glad.
last words?
Yeah, I'm changing, you guys, and and I will not be on y'all social media wilding no more.
Where do you have, what plans do you have for the music?
Oh no, we're gonna get this. I'm never stopping. I'm gonna be 99 rapping till I die. I love what I do. No, I love writing music. I love everything about social media, the culture, the industry. And that's another thing, right? A lot of people been telling me, oh, Ash, God probably wants you to stop making music. What impact do I make if we let the music industry still be evil and let these people drug themselves out? And do you know a lot of these labels have a liability check on these people? So if you die, life insurance policy on your rapper because you know they're a crash out or drug addict, and it's like, how dare y'all? How dare y'all? Y'all have that life insurance. Instead, y'all should be helping them. Be there. Just like Lazarus, they had to remove the cloth. It takes time to remove a person's cloth. Don't just put the money. But that's the impact I'm going to change on the music industry. We got to be there. There should be artist development teachings. There should be schools for rappers. There should be degrees for rappers. Like, a rapper is somebody that's sold oh yeah, she's a rapper. Oh, I bet this, I bet that. No, there's so much behind being a rapper that Yeah, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. And people prey on that. They preyed on me with it. And they know we naive. They know we love what we do. We're creators. So we always flowing with the wind. And flowing with the wind brings you nowhere. Just wind. So respectfully, just know you guys, like, I will be making an impact. I will continue to not let y'all down. And we're going to change the narrative for real. Yeah. Thanks.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Right, Ash, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
No, thank
And
you.
I'll list all her socials on wherever we post the stuff, and you guys go follow her because her heart
Thank you
is in the right
much.
place.
No, it is.
What you could do with a mustard seed is what you could do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it inside of this.